Hello and welcome to this amazing platform. I am Shruti, your French trainer. Do you know, I am excited a lot for today's session because today we are going to learn something different and something exciting. So, it is called le conditionnel présent or conditional present. What are we going to do in this? We are going to learn what is conditional present, what are the rules to conjugate conditional present, and we will be looking at some examples to understand better what is conditional present. Are you ready? Alright, let's get started. Now, here we have, as it says, le conditionnel. What is it? It says it can be used as a tense and as a mood. So these two things are very important. We can use le conditionnel in two ways. First, as a tense, and second, as a mood. So it says in the form of tense, how we can use conditionnel. So it expresses the future seen from a past point of view. And as a mood, it says the conditional allows us to talk about a hypothetical or imagined reality. So I hope that this word is clear to you, hypothetical. It is basically same as imagined reality. That is, when you think or when you assume something as to be true. Or in simple words, not to complicate the things, imagined reality. I hope this little paragraph is clear to you about le conditionnel or le conditionnel présent. Let's move further now. We have few examples with the construction of le conditionnel présent. Here we have example number 1. Here we have example number 2. It says, j'aimerais être en vacances. I would like to be on vacations. Je pourrais aller à la plage tous les jours. Again, I would like to go to the beach every day. Can you see these two situations are like, I would say, a kind of wish, desire. So here we have used le conditionnel présent. Let's move ahead, and it's very important as it says when to use it. Please note these 3 points or learn these 3 points. It says to express a wish, a possibility, or a hypothesis. I hope that this first point is very clear to you. Second, it says to talk about the future from a past point of view. So we have already covered this point in the beginning of our session. It's covered already. Now the third point, it says to make polite requests. If you want to make request in a polite way, what do you have to do? Great. So you have to immediately use le conditionnel présent. Moving ahead, we have conjugation. That is, what are the rules or how to conjugate le conditionnel présent. It says we form the conditional present by adding the imparfait. Okay, so there is some error, imparfait. As you know that we all are humans and we do some or little mistakes. So I might have done a little spelling error here. So it's imparfait, I-M-P-A-R-F-A-I-T. So please pardon me for that, and let's move ahead. So it says we form the conditional present by adding the imparfait endings to the stem of the futur simple form of the verb. So in order to write or construct le conditionnel présent, what do you have to do? You have to use imparfait, endings, and futur simple. That is, you just have to take the futur simple stem Like parler, you will keep parler and you will add the endings of imparfait. Don't worry, I will tell you what are the endings of imparfait. Now here we have a table, a very beautiful table. Here we have imparfait endings. What do you have to do it? I'm writing down here. Give me a minute. You have to learn these endings. Imparfait endings. AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ, AIENT. So for je, you have this ending. For tu, you have this ending. For il, we have this. For nous, we have this. For vous, we have this. And for il, that is they. We have this ending. You just have to learn these endings. That's it. So going back to this conjugation slide, it says we should know the imparfait endings and we have to add these imparfait endings to what? It's written here, to futur simple. Now here we have some examples of le conditionnel présent. J'aimerais, tu finirais, nous vendrions, nous vendrions. So can you see that this is a futur simple? Let me write down its infinitive form. Aimer. This is an infinitive verb. I'm just writing IV, infinitive verb. So what does our rule says? Our rule says we have to take the future simple or simple future stem and add these endings. Can you see these endings? Amazing. So we have to add these endings with here after R. AIS, AIS, AIT and so on and so forth. So here you have some ideas and glimpse. J'aimerais, tu finirais, nous vendrions. As you can see the endings and vendrions. But there are some exceptions. So don't worry, you are also going to learn some exceptions. As I keep on saying that French language is a language of exceptions. So although the rule seems to be very simple, very easy, but yes, there are some exceptions to make the language tricky and interesting. Now here we have irregulars. Although there are many irregulars, but for the level A1, we will be limiting ourselves with few irregular verbs. So what you have to do, you have to learn them. Again, I'm writing it, learn it. Avoir, être. So you have the conjugation of verb avoir in conditionnel présent and être. Like j'aurais, je serais, tu aurais, tu serais, il aurait, elle serait, nous aurions, nous serions, vous auriez, vous seriez, elle aurait, elle serait. So you have to just learn them. That's it. At the end, I would just say that today's concept was quite interesting for me. I hope that you liked it. And it was all about le conditionnel présent. Let's recap it. So now you know le conditionnel présent can be used as a tense or as a mood. Now you know that you have to know just the endings of imparfait. Now you know AIS, AIS, AIT and so on and so forth. And what you have to do with those endings? You just have to add those endings with a futur simple root. That's it. And then you'll get your le conditionnel présent. And also you know when to use it for expressing a wish, desire, or hypothetical situation or imagined reality and so on. So at last I would just say merci beaucoup.